Hello, Draculum, John Cowtag, uh, and hello, Benji, Mr. Martin. We're in a slightly different place now because there's a market over here, and it's full. We cannot go anywhere but here. There's still a lot of traffic. There's still a lot of people, as you can see. Uh, on this side is the Van Gogh Museum, um, and I'm somewhere in the middle. So let's see. We have about an hour to spare, so should be good. Hi, are you okay being live on my YouTube channel?
Okay. Yes.
What's your name?
Marijke.
Marika, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Okay. Is she okay to be live? Are you okay being live on my channel?
Yes.
Okay. I just gotta ask.
Yeah, that's good.
So I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for the rights of animals. How do you feel about animals?
Oh, this is. I don't know if I can. She loves animals, and I love humans.
Okay. Do you think, let me put it this way, do you think, you don't have to love animals, but do you think we have to be fair or we have to be towards animals?
I do.
Yeah. Do you think we're being fair towards them when we're forcing them into slaughterhouses for our
No,
food?
I think I'm really bad. I eat meat. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you think we need to do any of that?
I think it would be better if we treat them better.
So, treating them better but still killing them?
No.
No, right. So, do you think animal agriculture, is there any way to farm animals while simultaneously respecting their rights?
No, I'm not. No, I don't think so. But honestly, I'm not sure. Maybe it's also the human food chain, but maybe we made it this way.
We did. And the reality is animal agriculture today exists mostly for profit. We don't really need any of these products. They are very bad for the environment, bad for the animals, and if you care about human rights, all of the people who work like farmers actually don't make that much money. Nowadays, most of it is owned by corporations. The slaughterhouse workers are usually immigrants who have no other choices. So it doesn't benefit anybody in this society to consuming animal products. So I don't like sitting on the street and speaking to people about it because I don't believe that you're necessary to blame. But unfortunately, we're at a stage right now where we need more people to go vegan, to no longer pay for this, and rather pay for this other side, just so that this other industries grow and animal
But
agriculture
they're also
shrinks, right?
saying that, for example, going vegan is also bad for the environment because it costs a lot of energy to.
Yeah, so it takes from between 3 to 10 times more land to grow 1 gram of animal protein versus 1 gram of plant protein. So
Yeah.
we have several studies. Being vegan is you could reduce your carbon footprint by up to 4 times by being vegan. So obviously existence in itself means not being good for the environment or
No,
the
no, no.
planet, but it is obviously the better choice when it comes to food, clothing, because it's not just about food, right? It's about clothing, entertainment, and all these. We use animals in a lot of places
Oh.
where we shouldn't be. Yeah.
Nee, ik moest schapen gooien.
Yeah, true, true.
Yeah. So what do you think? Do you think you have some responsibility in all of this?
I do, I have, and I don't take a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think you can make changes?
I think I can do.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah. So how many more animals should be exploited, killed for you
Oh,
from
I
now
don't
on?
know. I don't know.
If you were in their shoes, what would you want the answer to be?
None.
None. Yeah. 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 That's what we all want, right? But when we're in this position, it's so easy for us to neglect it
I
because
know it is.
we
It's
go
really
to a
selfish.
supermarket, we
I
don't really
know.
see it. It's built specifically that way.
I know.
But let me do this. I'll give you a card. Can you just watch kind of what animals go through? It's called Dominion, or the most important speech you'll ever hear. This shows it. This just speaks about it, just to get a little bit educated about what happens
Okay.
there. Okay?
I
Can you
will.
promise me you'll watch one of these two?
Yes.
Okay, and until then, I tell everyone maybe it's best to abstain from eating animal products just because you don't know how you'll react once you see it, okay?
True.
I appreciate you so much. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Thank you.
And let's respect everybody,
Yes,
human
let's-
rights and animal rights,
Thank
okay?
you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Conversation starter. Huh? It was sun. There's no longer sun, but my eyes are kind of sensitive today, so I'm gonna wear the sunglasses. It's a weird light. It's hard to explain. Nice people listing, not defending atrocities. She felt caught right away from the beginning. Yeah, Benji, I felt like she felt it, and I felt like if I pushed more, I would have just gotten dissonance. And I feel like it's always this way, right? We ramp it up as we started, so it's good. It's good. We're gonna ramp it up. We're gonna have better conversation. Yeah, she felt caught right away. I agree with that. I saw Miss Katie's here. Hello, Miss Katie. Oh, VPM is also here. Hello, VPM. Always cool to see you. Linda. Linda, hello, Linda. Also awesome. Man, so many awesome people. I am blessed by so many awesome people. Let me remove the filtering. Hello, Mr. Tone. I stayed last night. I have so like we did so yesterday after I did the outreach. I went to protest for against fur, and then another protest against foie gras. Well, two protests against foie gras, right? Because one was for one at the restaurant, one is at another. The first restaurant actually removed foie gras from the menu, so that's yay. Um, but it was such an. I'll tell the story on Skyjack Morgan's tonight because the experience was kind of insane. And then when I came back after finishing everything that I had to do, I went on Discord to fit more outreach because why not? So I'm feeling a bit tired today, I won't lie. But that's okay. We have a We the Free later. We're going to have a lot of activists. I always get energized when I see other activists. We're going to have some conversations here, so it's good. Foie gras forever, says John Margaret. So John Margaret, for foie gras, they forcefully feed the geese or the ducks, because I think it's made out of both, and until they die of liver disease. And yeah, you want to try a social experiment? So it's torture. I'm not sure if you're okay with that.
Okay, okay.
Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel?
What is the topic?
Just animals.
What?
Animals.
Oh, are you a vegetarian?
No.
No. Why animals?
Just because I think I'm an animal rights activist, so I fight for the rights of animals. You wanna have a conversation with me? You can be
My
off
English
camera
is
if
not
you
as
want.
good, sorry. It's not
Okay.
enough good to have a good debate with you. Sorry.
Are you a vegetarian? I'm not a vegetarian. But I also didn't say that I'm a vegan because if I'd said that, he knew instantly what it was about. But he knew already what it was about. It's so funny. John Margaret, you will eat double the foie gras. Wow, John Margaret, you must really hate animals to want to torture them. That's insane. But that's okay. Well, it isn't. It kind of sounds to me like you're not a very nice person to these animals, but that's just my judgment call on you. Is this Amsterdam? Yes, it is. I'm in Museumplein. As you're seeing, I'm not sure if how you're seeing it. As you're seeing it, this is. It's pointing at it. I was gonna say right or left, but this is the Van Gogh Museum or Van Gogh, and this is a Van Gogh Museum building thing. So I'm in between the Van Gogh Museum. I'm in between the Van Goghs. Recognized it immediately. I studied there. Nice. Nice. What do you study? It's not okay to hurt animals, says Miss Katie. Completely agree with you, Miss Katie. It's kind of sad that I was thinking about the fur campaigns that we're doing, and the fact that we started somewhere in the year 2000s, and it's been 25 years, and there's still companies who kill animals for fur, who it's just so sad. They anally electrocute them. It's such an awful thing, you know. Like most of the people on this planet disagree with it, and it's still happening. It's always so disheartening to see, huh, that even when the public opinion changes, it seems like the rights are still not respected. Huh? We just got to keep on fighting. But that's, I guess, will always be the case, won't it? Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Are Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel?
Sure.
How old are you?
33.
Okay. So over 18. That's okay. Can you come here so that you're in view?
Okay.
What's your name?
Jessica.
Jessica. Chip. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Oh, my sister lives in North Carolina.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Charlotte.
Yeah, that's where we're from.
You're also from Charlotte? I
Might
love
know
that.
her.
It was pretty nice. I spent 3 months there. It was kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was your name again?
Jessica.
Jessica. Sorry, it's Charlotte. Jessica. Okay. Jessica, I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for the rights of animals. How do you feel about animals?
I love them.
You love
They're
them?
Cute.
They're cute. What if the animal is not cute? Do you think they deserve rights still?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Do-
yeah.
yeah. Do you think that we can love or we can respect animals while at the same time exploiting them?
Yeah. I mean, people are exploited even though people are loved. So.
But if I say I love people and I exploit them at the same time, am I being honest?
Not true.
No, yeah. I cannot hold both positions at the same time, right?
Yeah.
I cannot both love people and exploit them. So, shouldn't it be the same with animals?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think that animal agriculture exploits animals?
I don't think that they treat animals fairly, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that then we as consumers have a responsibility because we pay for these products?
To an extent. Yeah.
To an extent. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, when I went like vegan, I didn't feel as good. So, food chain needed certain foods too.
So if you don't feel good now, are you going to start eating dogs or humans?
No.
No. But if you didn't feel good then, why did you think you have the right to take the life of other animals?
I didn't take the life.
Well, you're paying
But I
somebody to do it.
paid-
Yeah.
Down the chain for that.
Yeah. So would you do the same now if you feel sick now? Would you do the same to do it to cats, dogs, or humans?
No.
No. So why is it that you think cats, dogs, and humans deserve respect, but cows, chickens, and pigs don't?
I have more of an emotional connection to them.
Sure. So do you think we should derive whether to be oppressive towards somebody or not based on the emotional connection we have towards them? Like say I don't have an emotional connection towards Americans, let's say. It's not true, but let's say that I did, that was the case. Would it be fair for me to oppress Americans because I don't have an emotional connection to them?
No, because we're all, like, it's like a certain kind. So, like, if I love one type of human, then I can love all types of humans. And I'm not going to treat one human differently than another.
But how is it fair for you to put individuals in a group and then judge each individual or oppress each individual based on how you judge the group? Like you put all the cows in a group, which is called species of cows, and you say all of the individuals in this group are okay to be exploited and slaughtered. Although all of them feel, think, and they emote just the same as dogs do.
Can I jump on this?
Yeah.
I do think there's a right and a wrong way to do it.
Okay.
I do think that. I think like we humans, we can eat certain animals. There are certain animals that we should stay away from.
So what's the right way to farm dogs?
I don't
I
think
think we
it's
should farm dogs.
dogs is one of the animals that are like biblical okay to eat. There
Okay.
are
Okay.
animals that are in the Bible that we are supposed to eat and animals that we're not supposed
Do
to
you
eat.
respect the Bible totally? Is the Bible your moral guide?
Yeah.
So do you respect also the passages where it says that if your daughter, you can sell your daughter to others for enslavement or stuff like that? Like there's passages in the Bible where they say that it's okay to enslave, that it's okay to sell your daughter as a slave.
There's not a
that it's
passage
okay
in the
to
Bible that
enslave.
says that.
I mean, you can pull up your phone and look it up, but there is that. Like, now, the thing about it is
I
though
do
that
believe-
most people read the Bible, they don't take it word by word, but rather they take it in a context. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
So if you take it in a context, shouldn't you take this item also in a context, the animals that we exploit? Because in a world where we needed to farm animals, you could say, okay, it's okay to farm some of these animals, and you maybe explain why. But in a world where we do not need to farm animals, which is the world we live in today, how can it be okay to farm animals?
Because there are certain ways. When an animal is getting older, I think if you have fed them the right way and you have not injected steroids and things to make them grow fast, because that's why we live in a fast world. So we want everything to be processed fast, and that's when they started injecting animals, mistreating animals. But I think if you farm animals the right way and give them the right nutrition, once they get older and put them to sleep for us to eat it, I think that's the right way to go about it.
So there's a lot of misunderstandings there, because let's say chickens can live up to 10 years. The chickens we grow for meat. At what age do you think chickens are killed at?
What we do, like
So they can
normally,
live 10
yeah.
years. What age do you
I
think
think
they're
that,
killed at?
I mean, if we could go that way, yes, we should do
But
that.
at what age do you think they're killed at?
I would think it depends
They
on the
just
company
depend.
that's processing
Right.
them.
The
Say the
steroid-
best situation.
Probably less than a year.
Or the worst
Yeah,
situation.
It's
Probably
just like
a year.
months.
Yeah, 42 days. Yeah. Yeah. And
And that's
nowadays they're
because,
growing
again,
bugs.
I think it's because of all the stuff that they inject into
And now
animals,
they're
so they
growing.
grow.
No, they're not injecting them anything. We just selectively bred them to grow so fast. So now they're growing bugs to feed them to grow even faster, so that we can kill them even sooner. So how is any of this fair towards the chickens? Each of those chickens, they have emotions, they feel, and all of them, they have a subjective experience of the world, like dogs do, like cats do, like you do. How is it fair towards each individual of chicken to treat them like this? Whether you kill them at the age of 42 days, or at the age of 5 years, or at the age of 8 years, I would say no, but you wouldn't want to be killed no matter your age. So why would you think that an animal wants to be killed?
I mean, don't humans donate organs?
They donate organs after they die, and it's a different thing because you consent to it. I'm talking about killing. When it comes to killing, there's no consent involved, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying like there is an age, I think, for animals to be like, okay, like maybe if we go in the right way, maybe to put them to sleep,
And
we
who
do
decides
benefit.
that? We decided, right? So if I have power over you, and I decide for you at what age I should kill you, is that fair towards you?
You don't think the government, the country, every government has the power over you?
I'm
We're
not, but that's not what I'm asking, right?
Like, we
Am I
don't- we are
asking?
not really
But this
in a
isn't the whole.
freedom
This isn't the point that I'm
Country-
making.
Nowhere, no matter where you go.
Sure, and we can have that conversation sometime. But like what I'm asking you right now is, if I have power over you, is it fair for me to decide at what age you should die, at what age I should kill you, without considering what you want at all? Because we're not considering what they want at all. And when you say we're giving them a good life, by the way, we're not, because all we're giving them
I
is,
do agree with
and
that.
as most people say, a lot of space. That's all. That's all we think animals want. But animals need intellectual stimulation. They have a mind. They think. They feel. They also learn. So they need intellectual stimulation. They need relationships. And the relationships, they cannot have them because every single being that they have a relation with, well, somehow magically disappears every other day because we kill some of them. So they cannot form bonds. They cannot have stimulation.
I do agree with you.
It's,
like
it's,
we
it's
are
all horrible.
like the
There's
worst
also-
kind.
There's also the other food chain too. Like animals also kill animals too.
Sure,
So
but
like,
we wouldn't take our values or our moral values from what other animals do, because other animals in nature, they commit infanticide, they rape each other, they do all sorts of weird things. And we as humans say we rose above it and we don't do what other animals do. Like take for instance lions, who kill a lot of animals. In order for them to show dominance in their pack, what they do is they kill all the males so that they can males and the babies so that they can procreate with the females.
The fact is that I don't
Like,
think
imagine if a
even if
human
we
did that.
wanted, even if we wanted to take care of every single animal that's here in the world, would you be able to? Would we be able to?
But that's not what
Probably
I'm
not.
saying.
So-
I'm here advocating for us, all
Get
of
it.
us here, who are paying for these animals to be brought into existence, who are be brought into existence to be killed. I'm telling
And
you
what
to
would
stop
be the
doing that.
solution?
To stop stop paying for it.
Stop everybody
Yeah.
eating. I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
Well,
but
it is going to
that's
happen for
good.
different reasons, not for the animals. It's going to happen because it's also incredibly bad for the environment. So it is going to happen. It's also incredibly inefficient to farm animals. So it is going to happen also for that. But animals still deserve the rights. And you got to ask yourself, what person are you? Are you the person who just violates animal rights because somebody told you it's okay to do so? Or do you actually think that it's wrong to violate animal rights and want to rise above it? Because it is cultural, it is social, but so were 100 years ago, women not having rights was cultural. 200 years ago, slavery was cultural. If you go back far enough in time,
And
there
slavery
were
is still
all
happening.
sorts. There were
We have not stopped that.
There were all sorts of injustices that were
There
cultural
are
and
still
continuous
countries where
happening.
women don't have rights. There's still
And which all
we
of it-
still live in slavery,
Exactly,
believe it or
but
not.
the only difference is that for
We're
this
advocating
injustice,
about animals, but we're not advocating about sexual trafficking.
the
more than
only
that.
difference is that with this injustice, you are paying for it. This injustice happens because you're paying for it. It's not the same as I cannot help but happen what happens to the women in Afghanistan, where they're not allowed, for example, to walk on the street without a man, which is fucking horrible. And I would
Or
advocate.
places
I
like
can
this
go and
where you
stand
sell
up. I-
sex for money.
I can.
And you go
I don't
buy a
have a
woman.
problem with prostitution if that's your. If there is consent into it, right? Like if somebody consents, it's their body and they can do whatever they want with it. But yet
Is
again,
it always consent though?
yeah, it is
Where
always
this,
consensual.
the
Yeah.
sexual slavery comes
Yeah,
from?
here it's always consensual, and that's the whole thing about it. But we don't have to go down that road because I'm here to speak about the animals because they don't have a
It was
voice.
great meeting you.
All of these
Thank
humans
you.
do have a voice. So how many more animals should be exploited for you from now on? God damn it. I hate these people. It's always the religious people that are the worst, aren't they? It's always the people who come up with the, well, my Bible says it's okay to oppress, therefore it's okay to oppress. It's always these people who come up with the dumbest excuses. If you want to debate me, I'll debate you not in the chat right now, you typing and me voicing, because that just doesn't work. It just doesn't, it's just not natural. So if you want to debate me, you can contact me on Discord. My handle is Vegan Power Lab. You can debate me there. We can have conversations if we want. I have no problem. We schedule it, we debate it, we behave nicely, but yeah. I'm not going to bait you in the chat. That's just it. So, Danuel, contact me on Discord. Don't send me a friend request because I don't respond to friend requests. Just send me a message. I won't debate it today, by the way. I have other stuff to do today, but we can schedule it, as I said. God. This is the reason why I'm anti-theist. This is the reason why I think theism is stupid. This type of people, the people who they read a fucking Bible and then they think that, oh, this is what I should listen to. Oh, a book that was written thousands of years ago definitely should be right about it. Oh, but I'm going to ignore the passages that, oh, so right I think are wrong. So you're not actually getting all your morals from the Bible, you're just getting some. And how are you deciding that? Based on your own judgment. So there you go, you're not getting any of your morals from that book. Ugh. Theism. It's so weird to me that America, a country that is so well developed, that has great systems, well, that are kind of being fucked today. But, you know, it's a powerful, rich country, and religion is still strong, going strong there, which is insane to me. But yeah. Where do I get my morals from? Intuition, logical consistency afterwards. You wanna have a conversation with me? How old are you?
I'm 17.
17?
Yep.
Are you 18?
He's 17 as well.
He's 17. Can you be off camera then? Because
Yeah,
I'm
of
not sure if
course.
you're, if you can't give informed consent that you can be on camera. What's your name?
I'm Zuza.
Zuza, nice to meet you. I'm Chip. Where are you from?
I'm from Poland.
Poland. That's
Yep.
nice. So Zuza, I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for the rights of animals. How do you feel about animals?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, I like animals, but I'm also like not vegan in it and stuff. So, like,
Yeah.
it's a 50-50 for me.
Do you think you can like animals, or do you think you can claim that you like animals while simultaneously pay for them to be exploited?
I'm not sure. That's why I said I'm not sure, because yeah, like I cannot really like think about a way of living where I do not exploit animals, because I would have to like uh,
Be vegan?
stop doing a lot of things that I do,
Like what?
like eating meat, drinking milk, eating eggs, and stuff like that. So I don't think I could do that.
So you don't mind the cruelty towards animals? You're okay with it?
I mean, the animals that are like slaughtered to be eaten are kind of just farmed to do that. So
So then it's not cruel to bring to life a sentient being only to kill them.
I mean, we were supposed to eat meat from the beginning, so like,
Who said we were supposed to eat meat, and what's the beginning?
so I don't think we're herbivores, so
We're omnivores. We can thrive on both. We have evidence for both. We can be healthy on a plant-based diet, right? So
yep. But when it comes to like, it's way harder to have a balanced diet when it comes to plant-based. Plus, a lot of people cannot eat certain foods because of allergies, intolerances.
is
and
that your
stuff like
case?
Yep.
What are you allergic to?
I cannot have soy. So a lot of vegan things already are like off the market for me.
But if you cannot have soy, it seems like you're already having a hard time, aren't you? Because almost every product on the shelf nowadays has soy in it.
I mean, as long as they have like really small like parts of soy, it's not a problem. But like soy-based products would be a problem for
So
me.
you're not allergic, you're just like intolerant?
It's a mild allergy.
It's
so,
a mild allergy, okay. Yeah, well, you can be a vegan without soy, that's okay. Like, I can give you resources to adopt a plant-based diet. If you find it that difficult to do so, I can give you resources for that. But the question is the motivation there, right? Do you think it's okay to exploit and slaughter animals for something you don't need?
I mean, that's a matter of perspective. I don't think it's something that I don't need because
Well, can you be healthy without it?
I'm not sure if I could.
So, if we have empirical evidence to show that you can be healthy, what do you think? Why would you think you can't be healthy without it?
Sorry, English is not my first language. I have to think of it.
It's okay, that's okay. Like, do you need milk?
I do not need milk. I cannot have milk anyways because I'm lactose intolerant.
You just said you have milk.
Like, yeah, I was talking about like in general, like lactose-free milk and stuff. But yeah, like milk, not really.
Why don't you have plant-based milk if you're lactose intolerant?
I do use plant-based milk a lot. Well, like when I have my coffee and stuff, I use almond milk instead. It's really nice. I like it.
What's omni milk? I don't know that.
Almond.
Oh, almond milk.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm like, do you know what dairy cows go through for milk, by the way?
Nah,
Do you know why cows produce milk?
not really.
Why do you produce milk?
What?
Why do you produce milk?
For kids?
Exactly. Same reason cows do. They're mammals. So do you think they get pregnant when they want to, or do you think farmers impregnate them?
I think farmers impregnate them.
That's
which is,
true.
Like,
Yeah, farmers impregnate them. And I wouldn't say that's fair. I wouldn't say for us to, impregnate animals just because we want to get something out of them is fair. When the babies are born, they separate them from their mothers. Do you know why they do that?
I do not know.
Because if they stay with their mother, they drink the milk. And we gotta get that milk, because we gotta sell it to people. So that's why they separate the baby from the mother. If the baby is born male, they don't produce milk. So what do you think happens to them?
They get killed.
Exactly. That's where veal comes from. And if the baby is female, every year like their mother, impregnated, every year baby stolen, every year exploited for milk. Repeatedly, until the age of 6 or 8, when they're also killed. And cows can live 24 years. So do you know why they're killed at a third of their lifespan?
Because they can't have kids anymore or what?
Exactly. Because they try to get them pregnant and they don't get pregnant. Is that something you want to support?
I mean, like, for me, I don't think that me not supporting it would change anything because there's still millions or even billions of people who do support it. So one person wouldn't change anything.
So might as well continue supporting it. If everybody had that attitude, nothing in the world would ever change, would it?
I mean, I don't think it's a thing that we can change.
Well, we can. We have made actual impact. People going vegan actually have made impact. That's why some of it has shrunk. That's why some of it has stayed the same, although population has increased. because more and more people are deciding that it's wrong to do this to them, are realizing how bad it is. Do you think it's bad what we do to them?
I mean, the animals are like farmed to do that, so
So then it's okay. So if I farm an animal to sexually exploit them for my pleasure, then it's okay because I specifically farm them for that.
I don't think that would be okay because that's illegal.
Oh, is that not what's okay? So if I pass a law that makes it okay, makes it legal, then it's okay.
That's also like not accepted by the society as well. So I don't think
So if
that
I
would
go
be-
into a society where it would be accepted, then it's okay.
I mean, I cannot think of that because it's not a topic that I would like have discussions on or I would like sit and think about it. So I don't think that's a question that I can answer.
Do you think we can do anything we want to animals as long as we say we bred them for that purpose?
Not anything.
Not anything. Why not? Where's the limit? It seems like you're taking their whole existence away from them. That's pretty much the worst thing that can happen to anybody. You're like stealing their babies, forcefully impregnating them. Imagine being pregnant for 9 months, which is exactly how cows are pregnant, and then when you give birth, you can't even enjoy the child that you gave birth to because they're taken away, and then you're just treated like a milk machine. Is that really fair towards them? You know, they feel, they emote, they have emotions, they think. They're very much like us in all the ways that matter.
I mean, I've never been a cow. I don't know. Can't say.
So if you were in that position as a human, where somebody impregnates you, takes away your baby, and treats you like a milk machine, how would you feel?
Let's not ask if questions because I can ask them as well. I can change the perspective. But
Sure,
I
and
don't
that you're
think
welcome
it's
to do
a-
it. So
I
how
don't
would you
think
feel
it's
in
a
that
good
situation?
discussion. Like, I don't think we should do that in a discussion like that.
Why isn't that? You don't want to put yourself in the position of the animal?
Yes, because I'm not the animal. I've never lived a life of
But
the
you can
animal.
imagine the position, right?
No, I
Somebody
cannot
So
imagine.
you can't imagine the idea of somebody having power over you and treating you like an object?
No, I cannot.
You cannot. Why is that? Do you lack imagination?
No.
No. So then what morally justifies doing this to animals but not humans? Why do you think it's okay to impregnate animals but not humans? It seems logical that the human milk would actually be better for you since it's, your species.
Wait, let me think for a minute because I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry, I cannot think of like words in English. My bad.
Do you know The Handmaid's Tale?
No, I haven't read it. I know the book, but I haven't read
Do
it.
you know what the subject is, right?
Not really. I
So
just know that. it
can I tell you? Is
exists.
it okay if I tell you?
Yeah, you can tell me.
Sure. So the idea is that natality has dropped. So in order to save humanity, this country called Gilead, which was once part of U.S., what they do is they forcefully impregnate women to have babies for the sake of natality. Is that okay to do?
I don't think so.
Okay, so then I'm assuming it wouldn't be okay to do it also for milk.
Yeah, when it comes to humans, not really.
So okay, so then what's the difference between a human being and an animal that justifies the difference
I
in
mean,
view?
We're the ones who kind of built the civilization we live in, so like we make the rules, I guess.
I didn't build this civilization, did you? Do you
I
make the
mean-
rules?
We as in humans, not we as in the society that lives right now.
So why do you specifically pick this category and don't you say we as in white humans or we as in mammals? Like you just stop at this category when there's categories you can filter even smaller or categories you can make them even bigger. So why do you stop at this particular category? And why would that matter? Wait a minute. If we build society, does that mean So, or if we build the rules, that means that whatever rules we make are all of the sudden moral or justified.
Wait, let me think of words. I think I'm gonna answer that question and go because we don't have that much time because we're tourists.
Sure.
But yeah. Wait, can you say the question again, please?
Sure. What makes it fair? Why is it fair to impregnate animals for our benefit against their consent, but unfair to do the same to humans?
I mean, animals cannot consent anyways.
There's
so-
humans who also cannot consent. Like you cannot give informed consent. You're essentially,
Yeah, I'm a minor.
yeah,
Yeah.
so you can't give informed consent. So there's other children who cannot consent at all, and there's intellectually challenged human beings who cannot consent at all also.
Yeah, but why are we comparing a cow to a human?
Because you seem to think it's wrong to do it to a human, but right to do it to a cow. That's why we're comparing it. So then we both agree that it's wrong to do it to humans, but it seems like we disagree on the fact that it's wrong to do it to cows. So I'm trying to understand what makes you think that it's okay to do it to a cow, who's also an individual who feels, who has emotions, who thinks, but it's right to do it to an individual like a human who also feels, or sorry, that it's wrong to do it to a human. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, I do understand. Sorry, I don't have that much time to think because we're going to the museum. But
Sure. If I
thank
give you a card, can you promise me you'll watch a video there?
Yeah, I can watch it.
Okay. Can you watch the Minion? If you scan this QR code, it appears on top.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Thank
you. Have a good day. And I mean, think about it. It's not that bad. I understand you were put on the spot right now. Well, at least you weren't in the camera, but it's really not that nice what we do to animals. And you know, not 100 years ago, you as a woman wouldn't have had rights if people like me wouldn't have fought for your rights. So now I'm fighting for the rights of animals because they don't have a voice. So I'm just saying, don't be on the wrong side of history, okay?
Thank you very much.
Have a good one. It's sad to see young people who are incapable of thinking. Yeah. So everybody who's in the chat right now, how about you start speaking about the victims and not about the benefit that you get from creating victims? Can we do that? Can we, for the duration of this stream, speak about the innocent victims that are exploited and slaughtered for you, and not about what you benefit from, how you benefit from it? Because I'm sure you do, as I did before, as we all did. But I woke up, I realized it's wrong, and I changed. And I'm trying to help you do the same thing. Because when you will wake up and you will realize it's wrong, you will regret, like I did, the fact that you didn't do it sooner. So don't be that person. Don't be that person. Don't put animals in a position where you just think it's okay to be violent towards them, where it's okay to exploit them, to slaughter them. It's not. Violence is never okay. Violence towards innocent beings is never okay, let me put it this way. Kuka says next person is vegan. Let's hope so. It's about time. We'll see, Kuka. It doesn't matter. Well, I hope next person is a good conversation, in my opinion. That's what matters more. Disliked and reported. I'm moving on. Reported for what? For speaking the truth? For something you don't like? Sure. Report me that you don't like me. I don't care. Just stop oppressing animals. That's all I'm here to do. I'm not here to get you to like me. I'm here to get you to understand the perspective of animals. The ones that are forced into slaughterhouses for you, the ones that are forcefully impregnated for you, the ones whose babies are taken away from you, the ones who are treated like objects, the ones who are milk machines to you. Yeah, the ones who are egg machines to you. All of these animals, these sentient beings who have emotions, who feel. If they were dogs, you wouldn't even blink. You would say, thank you for doing this. You would say, it's messed up what we do to them. But because these animals, you were brought up to think that it's okay, You think it's okay, and you never question it. You just follow through with it because you benefit from it. You can change. You don't have to be that person. Some people in this chat are insane. Benji, how are you doing, man? Bro is preaching hard, but I bet he still drinks water. Like, seriously, that's a fish house. Wow, imagine the nonsense. First of all, not all water is a fish house. I'm also breathing air. That's all the animals' house, right? That's all the humans' house. Does that mean I should no longer breathe air? Does that mean you should no longer breathe air? Imagine the silliness of it all. My sign says I'm doing a social experiment. Come talk to me. Hey, Jake. You shouldn't breathe air. I think, you know what? I'll stop breathing air if you stop breathing air first, okay? Let's do that. No, thank you. I will not. I'll breathe air for as long as I live. That is a statement that is 100% true. That's actually kind of funny statement, huh? Who needs air when you can just inhale paint thinner? It's funny. Jake says these people are so funny. Yeah, Jake. A lot of these people, they come in all triggered and all upset. How dare I tell them that something they're doing is wrong? How dare I tell them not to be violent? Imagine that. Imagine telling people to no longer be violent towards defenseless, innocent creatures. Ah, it must be so difficult for you sitting on your couch, sitting on your chair, or standing, I don't know what you're doing, watching a stream where somebody is telling you that you're being violent towards animals, and because you feel so bad, you lash out. I understand that perspective. That's probably where you're at. That's okay. You can change. You can grow up. You can realize that you can change. You can choose better. You want to try a social experiment? Why don't you, somebody asked me, why don't you focus on the substantive critiques instead of the trolls? Nobody gave me that. Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Yes.
What are your names?
I'm Ramona.
Ramona,
Mila.
Nila. So I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for the rights of, my name is Chip, by the way. I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for the rights of animals. How do you guys feel about animals?
Differently.
Differently? What does that mean? Differently to what?
Well, I'm scared of animals, so.
You're scared of animals? Yeah. Do you think it's okay to be violent towards animals?
Nee. No.
No. Do you think animal agriculture is violent towards animals?
Sorry?
Do you think animal agriculture is violent towards animals?
What is that agriculture?
It's farming of animals.
Oh, farming of animals. I think it's better than before.
But it is still violent, right?
Ja, best wel eigenlijk, want het is
Ja?
best wel zielig. Want als ze dat bij mensen zouden doen, dan zouden we het ook niet leuk vinden, toch?
Ja, dat is waar.
Yeah. Yeah, so do you think that you can say it's wrong to be violent while at the same time pay for violence?
But so much is wrong in the world.
Yeah, but you don't have to support everything that's wrong in the world. So if you have the option to not support all the things that you find wrong in the
But
world,
we do support everything. Your clothes, food.
sure. But if you had the option to
Drugs,
choose clothes, food,
alcohol.
and everything else that you're saying, where one is wrong and one is good, why would you choose the one that's wrong?
That's a bigger answer than just a few seconds.
Do you think it's okay to be violent towards an animal because of?
No, of course I don't think it's fine.
No.
No, I don't support violence, but indirectly I think it does happen, and you're not aware of it, toch?
So you say you don't support it, but do you think that you giving money so that people are violent towards animals is not a form of support?
Hmm. Mila?
Eigenlijk wel, ja, maar het is lastig.
Lastig, ja.
Yeah. Yeah. So I understand where you're coming from because I was in that position too. I consumed animal products also. But when we realize what we're paying for, the violence, the oppression that they're going through, I think we have a responsibility to act because while in any other situation, maybe we don't have a choice. In this one, we do. In other situations, the victims can speak up for themselves. In this one, they cannot. And in this one, we are pretty responsible for it because, we as a person send between 100 and 200 animals per year into slaughterhouses for us to be killed. Not to mention the sexual exploitation because, cows produce milk like humans for their babies. So we impregnate them, we take away their babies, we kill their babies, and then we kill them. This is what we do to animals. And I don't think it's fair, do you?
Ja, want als we dat bij mensen zouden doen, zouden we het ook heel raar vinden.
Dat klopt.
Ja.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's all like that. I don't think all animal.
Yes. I mean,
Or
I come
treated
from
like that.
Romania, and we have subsistence agriculture where every person has an animal in their backyard, and it happened there. Obviously, it's going to happen on bigger farms, but we have so much evidence. In the Netherlands, where we think it's the high welfare country, in Netherlands there was an article I think 5 years ago where dairy farmers normally they kill the males because they don't produce milk. If a baby is born male, they kill them. But in Netherlands, well, they let them starve to death because it's the cheaper option. So I would say it's just as bad here as it is everywhere, and it's just as bad on every single farm.
It's a very sad conversation.
I'm sorry about
I
that.
wasn't
It's a very
expecting
realistic.
that.
It's a very realistic conversation. Like we have the responsibility to act, and I want more people to act. That's what it is, right? Do you think you can act? Do you think you can make changes?
Well, I think I do. I don't eat a lot of vegetable animals, so
Do you think you can make changes to not eat any animals
gradually.
gradually? Yeah. So if all of these animals that we exploit, the cows, chickens, and pigs, would die because of a virus, and we can only do it now to cats and dogs, would you approach it the same way? I will kill some cats and dogs, and then eventually stop, or
No,
would you
because
say?
that's different. I didn't grow up eating cats and dogs
Yeah.
like chicken.
Yeah,
So,
but I'm sure that a lot of
or
things that you
fish.
grew up doing, you changed along your life, right?
So that's why I said gradually. With
Yeah.
time, I think.
So how many more animals should be exploited and killed for you from now on?
That's a good question. I'm not very. Hij vraagt hoeveel dieren moeten er vermoord worden voordat ik ga stoppen met dieren eten. 600.000 miljard?
Maar
Ik weet niet eens
eigenlijk
hoeveel ik per jaar
moet
eet
al
aan vlees.
stoppen, maar het is gewoon, ik ga het wel gewoon blijven eten.
Omdat je het
Maar-
gewend bent, hè?
Ja, maar het is wel gewoon zielig.
Maar als je het niet meer gewend.
Nee,
Maar als je niet meer gewend zou zijn, dan zou je toch wel. Dan was je al gestopt. Ik denk dat je beetje voor beetje wel gaat.
Ja, maar
dat we
dat
gaan
is het
stoppen
niet.
met z'n
Ik
allen.
Ik ben niet gewend om geen vlees te eten, dus dan kan ik niet zomaar stoppen ermee.
Ja, dus ik denk
En
met
het is
de
niet dat ik van
tijd.
plan ben ermee te gaan stoppen.
Maar ik denk wel dat we minder vlees nu al eten dan vroeger.
It's not about eating less. If I was a person who is violating women's rights, it wouldn't be about me violating less women's rights. It
But
would
they're
be
still
me
violating
stopping.
every day. Okay, question for you. What do you do every day then?
Aside from fighting for the rights of animals, I'm a
Yes.
software engineer for a company that fights for the rights of animals.
Okay. And okay, what do you then? What does that entail? It seems like a big word you're using.
Software engineer,
Yeah. What kind of software do you do?
I code.
Code, and what does that coding do to protect animals?
It's creating software for activists to help them speak to other people on the street. It's creating software for other organizations that fight for animal rights, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you don't eat meat?
No, I don't eat any animal products.
You don't wear any animal
Of course
products?
not. No. Don't
Okay.
wear, don't eat, don't go to zoos. I don't use animal. I don't think animals are objects. Do you think animals are objects?
No.
So why would I Why would I then treat animals like objects? If I can choose, why wouldn't I choose to not treat animals like objects?
Well, I would like to thank you for the good conversation. You gave me a lot of food for thoughts.
Can I give you a card to look further into it?
You may.
Okay, can you just promise me you'll watch either The Minion or The Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear? The Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear, yes. You will watch. You can watch it with your children if you want. It just explains what animal agriculture does. Just to at least get informed. We should at least be informed about it, right?
Thank you very much.
Okay. Can you promise me you'll watch one of these two? Just that's all I want. Just to get
I
informed.
promise you I'll think about it.
You'll promise me you'll think about it.
Yeah.
You can't even bear like, are animals that little important? They're every existence of these individuals.
I'm not saying they're not important. I'm just saying I want a minute to think about it. How I feel and everything you told me, I need to just process it.
Sure, but I'm asking.
You
I'm
thought-
not
you told
asking
me
you
a
to
lot of
change. I'm
things.
asking you to get informed.
Well, you can also respect my answer. An answer is an answer, of course.
Listen, I'm going to respect your rights, but you please should
the
acknowledge.
answer-
You should please acknowledge that you are not respecting their rights. Okay, I'm going to respect your rights
Oh,
for you
that's
to do what
rude.
you
You
want.
don't know-
you
you
may
don't
not
know
like the
me.
direct. You don't may not
No,
like
but
my
you don't know-
directness.
You don't know me. You don't know what I do. You're just having here now.
You just said you fight for. You just said you consume animal products. How is that? How is that respecting their rights?
Okay, well, thank you for the conversation.
And you just said
Thank
that you are
for
going
the
to continue
information. It was
exploiting
really
animals.
nice that
And when I
you
ask you
informed me,
to
yes?
for a little for the
Thank
bare
you.
minimum of getting informed, you refuse to even say that to make a commitment of getting informed. Of course I will be that way towards you. I'm not giving up. I'm not gonna be nice to them just because they want me to be nice to them. Oh, you need to be nice to me because I gave you a conversation. No. I'm here to fight for the rights of animals. I'm not here to make you my friend. Harassment, sure. They were free to leave. They left. How is that harassment? That's rude. Yeah, it is rude to exploit animals. I agree with you. It is very rude to force animals into slaughterhouses, to be violent towards animals. It is very rude. You're right. It is very, very rude. Yeah, exactly. Words mean nothing. You're right, Renee. Words mean absolutely nothing because that's the reality. You can say all you want, but at the end of the day, if you're just gonna, like, this is what upset me. The fact that she couldn't even make a commitment to watch a fucking video or make a commitment to watch something. No, I'll think about it if I wanna get informed. I mean, what kind of shitty thing is that? Imagine if you're supporting an injustice where there's innocent victims, like human victims, and I'm telling you can choose otherwise, and you're saying, I'll think about it, okay? Can you at least get informed? I'll think about it whether I want to get informed or not. I don't know if I want to get informed. I'd rather be a little bit ignorant about it. No, thank you. Imagine they were the victims and someone would be too lazy to get informed. Exactly. That was my problem. I was very nice towards them all the way to the end when they couldn't even make it. And I was nice also then. I was just direct. They just don't like directness. It's kind of weird because they're Dutch. I thought Dutch people appreciate the directness. I guess I'm even more direct than the Dutch, huh? If talking is rude, how do you consider forced incarceration and exploitation? Exactly. Exactly. You guys want to try a social experiment? Okay, I'm going to try something else next time. You were far from being nice. Oh, I was very nice. I was just honest and direct. That's what being nice is. I would appreciate it when people would be honest and direct to me. Especially when it's something that I could change. Especially then. If it's something that I cannot change, I would say, okay, fine. If you can sugarcoat it if you want. But if it's something I can change, I definitely appreciate the directness. Why not? Wouldn't any of us rather somebody be honest and direct with us? No, we would rather be lied to. No, thank you. I'm not that person. And it's okay, because this isn't about me or how I talk to people. It's about the animals. This whole stream is about respecting the rights of animals. It's about thinking a little bit about your choices. It's about realizing that when you pay for animal products, you are forcing innocent animals into slaughterhouses, that you are forcing them to be impregnated, exploited, abused, all of it for a product you don't need. All of it is just because you fancy it. That's why you do it. Because you like the taste of it. Because you grew up doing it. Imagine that. Imagine applying this logic to any other injustice. It's okay to exploit and kill others because I grew up doing it. I know I have other choices today, but I grew up doing this, so I'm not gonna change. Can you please get informed? No. I'm gonna think if I wanna get informed or not. I'd rather just get, no. It's very easy to be vegan. Just think about the horrendous atrocities that animals have to endure. Exactly. Go protest where they actually eat dogs. Why? It seems to me like it's the same. If you have a problem with that, you should have a problem also with other animals being used for food. Why is it why is it that any different with somebody eating dogs versus somebody eating other animals? It's the same. There's victims involved. It's exactly the same. You just refuse to believe it. If you find that horrific, then you should find everything else also horrific. Otherwise, you would be a hypocrite. Let's see if we can get another conversation. Maybe this one will be better. I want to try something else. There's no difference between eating humans or eating a cow. Exactly. It's the same. There's victims on the other side, innocent victims. It's the same. You want to try a social experiment? Just ask you some questions. Okay. But he's passing himself. What? Wait. As this kind of pseudo intellectual. I'm not passing myself as some kind of pseudo intellectual. What the fuck do you think I'm doing? I'm speaking about animals and the rights. How am I being pseudo intellectual? Do you see me speaking about quantum shit? Oh, everything is an energy. There's positive energy, negative energy. It's all energy. Because of the quantum molecules, they vibrate in a certain way. That would be pseudo. That would be pseudo intellectualism. I'm not that person, and I don't believe in that shit. I live in a real physical world. And I believe in things that have empirical evidence behind them. Otherwise, it's nonsense. So everything that I'm saying right now comes from empirical evidence. We can thrive on a plant-based diet. Animals are sentient beings. Exploiting and killing them for an optional product should therefore be exactly the same as exploiting and slaughtering any other sentient beings. So if you're against the exploitation and slaughter of humans for optional products, then it should be against the exploitation and slaughter of animals for optional products. That would mean you're morally consistent. And if not, then your logical framework is not working because logic is universally applied. You want to try a social experiment? Otherwise, the logic just doesn't work, does it? Somewhere there's a contradiction. The problem with this place, the problem is that there's a stall right here with a lot of maps, and it distracts. You want to try it? You guys want to try a social experiment? Yeah. So most people, when they walk by, I think they're already stopping there, and they don't want to stop here as well. So I should move a little bit further ahead, and it should be a little bit better. But I just have a lot of shit with me today also. Alexandra's here. Yay, I like Alexandra. Hello, Alexandra. The agriculture crops kills animal. I stopped eating FPPD. I don't know what that means, but if you think plant agriculture kills animals, then knowing that most of the plant agriculture we do for food is to feed the animals, then obviously it only stems to use a little bit of logical reasoning to know that animal agriculture obviously kills also animals in the production of crops, considerably more in fact. But this isn't about the utilitarian calculation, oh, this is better than the other. And even if it were, obviously being vegan would be better. This is about morals and who you are. Do you think it's okay to just exploit and slaughter animals because you want to? Because you benefit from it? You want to try a social experiment? Yeah, it's not a very good place, is it, huh? Zealots are dangerous, agree. Zealots are very dangerous.
Hey.
Hi, you want to try it?
Yes.
Are you okay being live on my YouTube
Yes,
channel?
of course, of course. What do I have to do?
I just ask you some questions. What's your name?
Jonah, nice to meet you.
Jonah. Where are you from, Jonah?
Germany.
Germany. I'm Chip. I'm from Romania, but I live here.
Yeah.
So, Jonah, I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for the rights of animals.
Yeah.
How do you feel about animals?
I like them.
You like them?
Yeah.
So, do you know that in China they have this festival called the Yulin Festival where they kill dogs and eat them?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, they do that every year. How do you feel about that?
Not good.
Not good? Do you think it's okay to kill and eat dogs?
You're asking me like that because I eat other animals and animals are equal.
Yeah, see, you're smart. You get you catch it.
I think when they're only bred for that purpose, like for eating,
then it's okay. So it should be okay for dogs also then, right? Because we breed them for that purpose.
if it's in a humane way, like we breed, let's say, cows or something.
Or dogs, yeah.
Yeah, why shouldn't it be? What's the argument against that?
Well, if I breed you for the purpose of killing you and eating you,
that's what we do with cows and pigs.
sure, but
and
if I can
chickens.
do it with you also or with humans,
Yeah,
what would be the argument against that?
I think between humans and animals there's a small difference between a sense of consciousness.
What is that difference?
Consciousness.
Oh, animals have consciousness also.
That high level of consciousness?
Yeah. The consciousness level, there's not a high or a low level. You can't really calculate that. They have emotions.
But isn't it
they have a
cannibalism
subjective
if
experience.
we eat other humans?
Sure. Just like this is carnism. Giving it a name doesn't mean anything, right?
Yeah, so what's your point?
My point is, like, you seem to think it's wrong to do it to humans, but it's right to do it to animals. Why?
Yeah, that's always the argument, but I just think as a sense of nutrition, we have always done it for years. Of course, I should be, out of a moral way, vegetarian is the right way to go, but I think it's just more comfort to eat just meat, and it tastes good.
Yeah.
Overall, it's just...
Yeah, do you think you can justify something immoral or an injustice by saying, I get benefit from it, hence it tastes good, or I've been doing it my whole life, or we've been doing it forever? Do you think injustices should just continue because of these situations?
You're good. You're really good. No, honestly, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Why not?
So then,
Why not?
so then, if we
Why
go
not?
back 100 years ago when women didn't have rights,
Oh no! Don't,
you would have been a person who would have said,
That's something.
But
That's
wait a minute,
yeah, no,
because based
don't
on your
put that on me.
logic-
Don't put that on me.
But based on your logic, I would assume that if you were just 100 years ago, you would have said, why would we give them rights? It's been our whole life this way.
Yeah, but-
For thousands of years, they didn't have rights, and I benefit from it because you see, my woman makes me food.
But when we give animals the same right as humans,
I'm not saying the same.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
saying the bare minimum of not exploitation and not slaughter.
not
like-
slaughter.
Yeah, like just let them live. Like the bare minimum. I'm not saying give them the right to vote, to drive, or any of it. But even if we did give them that, it's not like they could exercise that vote. So
Yeah.
it's about respecting them as the individuals that they are, like we do with dogs and cats, which I'm assuming you do with dogs and cats. Because
No,
I'm pretty
I don't have pets.
You don't have pets, but I'm pretty sure you wouldn't eat a cat or a dog, would you? Or I don't know, would you?
But it's a cultural difference.
Yeah, sure, it is a cultural difference. It's just that I don't think culture dictates what is moral and what isn't, does it? Like, sure, in certain cultures they eat, but there's cultures where they eat humans also.
But I think it is different because if the cultural differences, it's like we looking at it from our different, like our culture.
You wanna come here? Because it's easier for the microphone.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. But if we're looking at it like from our culture, for example, in India they don't eat cows. For ours, it's completely
They
normal.
do eat cows in India. There's
Okay,
parts
but
of
there-
India where they
okay,
don't.
Yes,
Yeah.
but there is like a culture for them. Some people like it's a religion. They don't eat them. For us, it's unthinkable to, for example, eat a dog because we not raised on that like level that we not raised in that culture.
But what is culture? It's just somehow you were raised in one way.
Oh.
Somebody told you that this is okay and this isn't okay, right?
Usually, yeah, that's culture.
Do you think that we should just take culture as is, or do you think we should challenge the values that are beset by culture?
I think it should be challenged in some ways, but
So I ask you then, if we challenge it, I'm sorry for interrupting you there, but if we need to challenge the culture, do you think that it is fair what we do to these animals, knowing we do not need to, because we can survive and thrive on a plant-based diet? So we bring them into existence, we exploit them, and then we kill them. Do you think it's fair we do this to them?
I don't. I'm not really going into it is fair or it's not fair. It is how people like always they need something more. It's I
But this is
think
the question, right? This is why I'm here. Is it fair or is it not fair?
I cannot put it. I'm so
but I
sorry,
think
but
it's
I
al- it's
cannot
also a
find
sense of
fair or not
heritage.
fair. I think it's more for a debate, not.
So if we do it with
Easy
cats and
question.
dogs, would it be fair or unfair?
I think it again depends.
Overall, it would be fair.
Say it again.
If we do it to all other animals, why shouldn't we do it to our so-called pets? We do it to rabbits,
So
but
we should do it to
my
humans
sister-
also then.
I didn't say that.
Why not? We're all animals anyway, right? We all think, we all have emotions. Might as well do it to
But-
humans who cannot, like stupid humans, the ones who are intellectually challenged, the ones who cannot
But
think
still,
like
if
we
you
all of
take
us can.
the stupidest person in the world, it's still more involved
No,
than a dog.
the gradient of intelligence actually blends pretty well, and at the far end of humans, there's a lot of animals that are smarter than humans, including cows and pigs. Yeah.
Nice, I didn't know that. Thank
Yeah,
you for
yeah, that's
letting me
okay.
know.
Like there's cognitive, like the thing is, there's 8 billion people on this planet. It's the rule of large numbers. Whatever bad can happen will happen because there's so many people. So that means there's people who are born with parts of their brain missing. There's people who are born with parts of their brain not working. So obviously these people will not be as intelligent as the rest of the people, and their cognitive abilities might be even lower than a lot of these animals. So.
Yeah, it could be.
So, but we wouldn't put those people, we wouldn't put them in a farm and say, there you go, we have human meat, we can farm these people continuously until we, right?
I don't really like, with the dogs and stuff because I'm raised that there are friends to a person.
Yeah.
That's why I think this one. But if you ask me the same about chickens, like and stuff like we usually normally have in the stores,
Yeah.
I would see it differently because I'm used to it from a very young age. But with dogs, I find it really strange. But
Yeah.
as I saw in other countries, in other cultures, I think it's for them it is more normal.
But
Even we find it strange.
Isn't it always a giving and taking? We provide, let's say, protection for these animals, let's say for sheep, from the wilderness, let's say wolves, and we get something from them. It's a giving and a taking. The same with cows and the same with dogs.
Well, no, because it is taking. They're not giving
But
anything.
we are giving protection at one point.
Well,
Or we
no,
used
no,
to.
no.
We used
Let's
to.
be clear. We farm these animals, we bring them into existence, we use them, and then we kill them. All of it for our benefit. We don't care about the animals. In fact,
Yeah, maybe you don't care, but there are sustainable ways of doing that, and these people care about it.
sustainable for the environment, not for the animals. Because sustainable for the animal would not be to kill them when you think it's the right time to kill them. Because you, as an individual who thinks, who has emotions, I don't think I would say I can care about you by me just at one single day saying it's your time to die, throat cut. I don't think that would be fair for me to treat you that way, or me respecting you as an individual. We see animals as what their body is. If their body gives it milk, they're a milk machine. If their body gives us eggs, it's an egg machine.
But it's like the
if their
extreme
body
version.
gives us
That's the
meat,
extreme version.
I come from Romania, my man. I've seen it in the backyard of my grandmother. It's all the same. Animals are objects to most people, to farmers especially. A farmer cares about an animal like how I care
The
about my
profit.
laptop. Yeah, it's a profit machine. If the animal is not good or doesn't profit from it, they kill them. Like literally, let's take dairy cows for example. Cows produce milk for their babies, right? Like all mammals on this planet. Do you think they get pregnant when they want to, or do you think farmers impregnate them?
Yeah, farmers impregnate them.
That's already from the start not respecting their rights, right? Like that's already we start off by saying, well, I don't really care what you want. I'm gonna impregnate you to get another being out of you. When the baby is born, they separate them from their mothers. Do you know why they do that?
because they are using the milk.
Exactly.
They're selling the milk.
Exactly.
Yes,
So we said you suffered 9 months of pregnancy. You maybe want to spend some time with your baby. No, we don't care about what you want. We take the milk, we separate the baby. If the baby is born male, what do we do with them? They don't produce milk.
Yeah, it's for food. It's for beef.
We kill them. That's where veal comes from. And if the baby is born female, every year impregnated like their mothers without anybody caring what they want. Every year baby's taken, every year exploited for milk until the
Yeah.
age of 6 or 8. And then they kill them. Cows can live 24 years. Why do you think they kill them at that a third of their lifespan?
Because they gained the most of their meat, and it's not worth it keeping them that long.
That's why they kill cows at the age of 1 or 2 for meat, but for milk they kill them at the age of 6 or 8 because they can't get them pregnant anymore. They don't really care what the animal wants. They don't care if the animal was repeatedly impregnated and suffered yearly for losing their child, for being impregnated. They call them spent. That's literally,
Yeah.
they call them spent cows. They sent them directly to a slaughterhouse. Is this really caring about them? Like, would you, if you were in that position, would you see it as somebody caring about
but
you?
not everything is like that. Not every sense of farming is exactly like you described.
It's so what I'm saying is the bare minimum that happens in all farming. There's variations to it, like say
But let's say-
instead of somebody jerking off a bull using that sperm and injecting it in the vagina of a cow, sometimes they keep the bull separate and put it with the cow. That's a variation. Sometimes they let the baby stay with the mother for a month or two, but then they still separate
this-
them.
but
There's always, but otherwise everything I described happens 100%.
Did this
of the time.
happen in your backyard in Romania
Yeah.
from your grandfather?
100%.
She impregnated the chickens or what?
No. She impregnated the cow, as I said, like because we're
She did
speaking
it.
about. Well, yeah. I remember. I remember a veterinarian coming over. All of a sudden, the cow is pregnant. After 9 months, when the baby was born, I remember the calf being, oh, they're so cute, whatever. And I remember my grandma saying, "Don't come here," but I was always a rebel kid, so I'm like, fuck you, you don't tell me what to do. And I came in there and I saw my grandmother, how she was trying to shoo the calf away from the mother so that they don't drink too much milk, right? So in a way, they would let them drink a little bit of milk and then they would shoo them away and put them in a different space.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you know it, a couple of months later, we would have a cow meat.
Yeah.
And it would only happen once a year because that's how it was.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? Of course, the baby was sent to a slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
So it does happen. It's the same thing everywhere.
Okay, so what would you say to us as like, how would you convince us otherwise?
I mean, I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just trying to tell you that if you think this is horrible,
Build awareness.
don't be part of it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not just building awareness. I also want people to change. I want you guys to no longer pay for this because if you choose to stop, you can save up to 100 animals per year, each and both of like each individual. Like you could save 100, you could save 100. Like imagine if you were part of these 100, even if it's one animal, if it would be your life on the line, you would say, "Fuck you, stop." You wouldn't accept any justification for somebody to do something bad to you. But because it's not us, because it's somebody we don't actually see, because it happens behind closed doors, we participate in it, we pay for it, and innocent individual after individual gets raped, exploited, and killed. This is what happens. So I'm just saying you don't have to be part of it. You can choose otherwise.
But then I just look at it just a different point of view. What about the people, farmers, that actually live off this? Because if they actually get the cows, and for example, if you take that, they actually give them the rest of their lives like free and stuff. They need to take care of it as well.
Yeah.
The prices and everything for the cow, they went up. What about those people that actually, if everybody would stop, if they lose jobs, what would they do? What do you
Well,
suggest they?
So there's
they
two
should
things I
do?
can tell you here, and I'll answer first of all what you said, and then I'll explain also a little bit why we shouldn't care about that. So first of all these farmers are not making that much money. Farmers are actually nowadays, because of the big corporations that are coming in and buying farms, and they're making the farms larger and larger, including here in the Netherlands. I think farms are now on average have 300 cows. So that's no longer a small farm. That's a big farm.
Okay, not even farmers, but
Yeah.
also the people that always, because there's so many people involved in this and
Yeah.
working in this.
Yeah, so all
Like-
these people can transition into plant agriculture. They can transition into doing something else with their jobs, right? They don't have to do specifically this. There's several success stories of farmers who were farming animals who switched to plant agriculture and actually made more money in the process. And you know, farmers don't like sending their animals to slaughter. You'll see a lot of farms actually cry on those days, and it's pretty bad for them. That's one. And two, you know, if we take this injustice and we think about when slavery, which was another injustice that we did, there were so many people who were making money from it, people who were getting slaves, people who were catching them, people who were transporting them, people who were negotiating their price, all people who were training them. There were so many jobs involved in all of this. But I don't think at any point in our time we should have said, no, let's not stop slavery because there's people who are getting jobs from it. When it comes to an injustice, we shouldn't care that people are making money from this injustice. We should care about how to stop this injustice, and of course simultaneously also help these people who are part of it, because they are. But we have governmental programs for that, so yeah. So
But I just looked up your group, and one biggest argument
Oh, with
against
the
you.
free.
Yes.
I'm
biggest
not with
argument-
the free right now. I'm on my own. With the free, I'm gonna do it later. So yeah.
Okay, so the biggest thing against that is that in rural areas, or not like as wealthy areas as Europe, as let's say the northern hemisphere,
Yeah.
they can't ask themselves these questions about whether they are able to sustain a vegetarian diet. Okay, you
vegan
can now
diet,
argue
yeah.
they don't even have the money for meat, and. But I think a farmer in Afghanistan with his 60 cows, it's his only way of income to provide for his family and, let's say, his village.
Listen, I'm
for
not
food.
saying there's
It's-
obviously places in this world where it's easier and places where it's more difficult. The thing is, you guys are not in those places. You're in a place where you can choose, and you
Yeah, but you were
choosing.
talking.
Let me
you started
explain. Let me
about
explain for
China.
a second.
You
Let-
started talking
yeah.
about China and this market, and it's about their culture.
Because about the Yulin festival, most people are against what we do against the Yulin festival and what they do to dogs. That's why I started that way, because some people feel very strongly about it, and I thought maybe you'd be one of those people. You aren't, and that's okay. We moved on and we discussed what we're discussing. But the point being is, like, there are places where it's difficult, there are places where it's easier. But if they can farm animals, believe it or not, that means they can farm plants, because most of the plants we grow, most of the plant agriculture we do,
Yeah, it's
we do
eaten
it
by
to
animals.
feed the animals.
But I think.
So how would they feed the
no,
animals?
No, actually, in the desert somewhere in Afghanistan.
How
let's
would
say
they
in
feed
Libya,
the animals there?
They just eat small, tiny, dried out stuff from the ground.
Listen,
it-
in order for an animal, listen, energy doesn't come from thin air. In order for an animal to produce 1,000 calories, let's say, or whatever amount of calories an animal produces, they have to eat a lot more than 1,000 calories. So they have to produce that. They can't just, like, grass doesn't grow as fast as they farm animals, because people think, oh, it's just grass. So they always grow crops, including, I actually looked up in Bangladesh and Afghanistan, because I do these sort of debates also on Discord, and I looked it up. Including there, they do, like, all over the world, agriculture, farming animals is almost identical, because it's the most efficient way to do it. That's how they do it everywhere.
Then you show me a farmer in the desert, a camel farmer, who is able to produce a crop worth the same money, the same energy, and has the same efforts
Sure, but,
as farming.
But
is
it doesn't
just-
matter, right? Because you're not in those positions, and if you think those.
Yeah,
should
but you were
also-
talking about everybody. You weren't just talking about me.
Well,
Where
I'm
are you?
specifically talking to you about what you are
Yes.
doing, right? I can't talk to everybody's position, and even if
Have you even
think,
asked me if I eat meat or not? No, you haven't.
you're not vegan anyway, so it doesn't matter if you eat meat or not. Even
How
if
do you
eat,
know that? It's just an assumption you do.
Do you consume animal products?
Yeah, I do, but
There you go.
yeah, you should have started out with that.
Yeah, it's
just,
so when 99% of the population is not vegan, it's a safe assumption to make,
yeah,
right?
but it's a really aggressive
I
way
also
of
didn't
talking to
ask.
people,
I also
talking
didn't
to
ask.
people.
I also didn't ask if you're a man or if you're a woman. I just made an assumption based on how you look. So I made that assumption, right,
It's dangerous,
about your
this
gender.
stuff.
It is dangerous, but you know what? If you are any different, you shouldn't get offended. You should just say it, because there's no reason to get offended, because I didn't offend you. I just said something, right? So I'm assuming you consume animal products. If you say you don't, oh, that's perfect. I love it. But if you do, I'm just saying you are supporting oppression of animals. How is it fair to do that?
I think it was nice talking to you.
So
I
you
think
don't.
it just goes on and
But
on.
no,
We
no. Why
always
do you
come-
want to avoid your responsibility? Like you have to look up
I told
because
you,
others in
I
the world
told you already
cannot. You
multiple
can.
times. I told
Why
you
do you
already
want to avoid
multiple
your
times.
responsibility?
I told you already multiple times. It's
Because
just,
of your culture?
it's because of the culture. It's a thing of because I can afford it. We are in the position.
Oh no no. Wait a minute. But so you can afford it, right?
Yes.
So why would that be a reason for you to not do it?
It's not. It's not. But still, we do it, and I think I can live with it. I stand with it. So why should I feel so horrible about it? You know what I'm trying to say?
I understand. You think it's an injustice. You don't really care that you're being unjust towards innocent, defenseless animals. You don't
If-
really
if
care
you- if
about
you
the
wanna-
violence that you put onto awareness.
You're
then.
trying to change our point of view. I get that really,
Yeah.
but it's really like I think you really picked up a really hard topic to discuss with people. You know why? Because for us, it really is like refreshing to feel like somebody else talking about this and really picking up the problem here. But I just feel that it's not really like the point there. It's everybody needs to go to themselves, but it really is like from a very young age, like in minds of people.
But it was for
that-
me the same.
Yes, yes, I
But
understand.
that
But for
doesn't
example,
mean that you should continue doing it.
yeah,
right?
yeah, I know, but then it's really about every single individual. For you, there was some kind of a flip where you were like, okay, this is not good, I'm not good with that. But I don't think every single person really thinks about it that deep, you know, they just feel like I'm just one of the people and stuff like that. So I really think you picked up a really hard fight. And I'm
Yeah.
really like.
But let me ask you this: do you think that it is wrong what we do to animals? Let me put it this way: like I want to at least see logically. Do you think what we do to animals logically is right or is it wrong? According to the values that you hold, and apply a consistent logical framework to it.
It's hard to just say it's 100% definitely because I eat meat.
But detach yourself from a little bit from this. Let's imagine that tomorrow one of those ticks bites you and you get alpha gal syndrome. You can no longer eat animal products because you're allergic to them. So if you're in that situation, right, would you still find what we do to animals okay?
I'm so sorry to say this, but at this point right now, as I am, I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't care.
I wouldn't care.
So it's okay to be apathetic towards an injustice that
I
you're
don't
doing?
think so, but there are so many other things that I focus right now in my life that
Like
this
what?
is not like I study. So that's like 100% of
But
my
listen,
time.
let me be clear.
Yeah, I know,
Just to
it's
be clear,
different.
no.
It's different.
It's because I'm not asking you to be on the street like I am. I'm asking you when you're making the choice, which I'm assuming nobody's forcing you to make this choice. Just make the choice that doesn't oppress animals. You're always, every single day, 3 times per day, you're forced between the choice to oppress an animal or not. So I'm just asking you to choose to not oppress an animal. I'm not
But I
asking
think
you to
your approach
stay
is
up
too
for
aggressive.
animals.
Your approach is too aggressive.
Sure, I'm aggressive.
Building awareness, telling people you
Yeah,
should.
but it needs to be a
Yeah,
bit
but it's too aggressive. You're like pointing at people. This is injustice. Bum
But I
bum bum
know-
bum bum.
no.
What is the way of argumentation?
I understand
It
it needs
just-
to be aggressive.
Do you
of
not
me.
like somebody holding you responsible
No, but
for an
it's-
injustice
it's-
that you're
I
doing?
think
Is
you
that
can't
it?
change a lot of people's minds.
I'm not here to cuddle you, man.
Yeah,
I'm
but,
here
but,
to
but
tell
you
you
can
that you're
change,
participating
you
in
can
an
change
injustice.
a lot of people's mind with that strategy.
It's
That's what
okay.
I'm
It seems
saying.
like no matter what, you wouldn't change your mind. You would still participate in
Oh,
violence
if you would
towards
have, if you would have
animals.
told me numbers, how it can be more sustainable, how it can do less injustice, how you put it, I maybe would have changed my mind. But you're just like you go all or zero, and I think that's just the wrong approach.
So would you say the same if it were an injustice done to women? Should I still
Oh,
go?
come on, dude.
Should I reduce it, or
goes
should I
all-
say
it's a
all or
circle.
nothing?
We always talked
No,
about this.
there's
It's so
different
wrong.
part. It's not the same. It's speaking like women's
Why is
ri-
it not the same?
Because I think it's different types of injustice.
It's so.
Wait,
It's-
if somebody, if as a victim, did you choose to be born a human?
No.
Did an animal choose to be born an animal?
No.
And yet you seem to think it's okay to discriminate based on how they're born. It's the same thing as
Not
sexism.
only
It's
born.
called speciesism.
No, because there is also, I think, also the injustice. For example, of feminism, it's different than, for example, LGBTQ people. You
Yeah.
know, it's different injustice, and you're putting everything
But
together.
they're all part of the same. They're coming from the same place of oppression. Is judging somebody based on how they're born, based on something, based on characteristics of who they
But
are.
I'm still looking at it differently. I don't put it only because you really trying to find like at least one thing that connects everything together, but it's not. It's
Okay,
every
sure.
single different.
But then I ask you, because if you say it's different, when I ask you what the difference is between oppressing an animal or oppressing a human,
It's just the feeling I have about that it's different. I don't know
But
how
it's not
because
a-
I'm not prepared for this. I didn't prepare argumentation because you did. You prepared. I didn't prepare. So I cannot tell you, but I feel it's different and I know there is a difference. If I really looked into it. there
okay,
will
let
be
me ask you this
difference.
then: is there a difference between oppressing dogs versus oppressing animals?
You
I
asked the
think
question
I
maybe 3
am.
times.
Okay,
I think we're
okay.
ready.
So then, could it just be that you feel differently because you were taught to feel differently?
Yes, that's what I was talking
But
about.
but
all
but
the
I'm not
time.
asking you how you feel. I'm trying to have a logical conversation with
But
you.
we
If you
based
detach
our-
yourself a little bit from your emotions and think a little bit logically, can you think a little bit logically and ask yourself, is it okay to oppress innocent animals for a product you don't need? Like, let's say, are you okay with testing on animals, products that shouldn't be tested on products that don't need to be testing on animals? Are you okay with that?
No.
Okay, why is that any different than killing animals for an optional product? It seems like both of them are optional, yet you think one is wrong and one is okay. It's for the same reason, because somebody told you it's okay. It's wrong to test on animals. We've been doing this. Other animal rights activists have been shouting that this is wrong. So you picked up on that, it's wrong. But this other thing, which is exactly the same situation, somebody's oppressing an individual because they get some benefit from it, and you seem
But
to think
again,
this is
I
okay.
When
think-
if we started testing on animals, let's say medicine, probably like 200-300 years ago. Let's not go too far. When if we started eating meat?
Why would the duration
No,
of
no, no,
a
no,
thing
no, no, no.
matter?
Stop. It's a thing about culture. And you have to.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay, then for you it doesn't matter, for me it
Also,
does.
for example,
No,
if-
slavery was cultural.
No, don't.
It was.
again,
If
different
you,
problem.
if you put that together, that's like
It was.
you
It's
put
an
everything
oppression.
together.
It's
like,
oppression. Do you know what oppression means?
Yes.
It means being cruel and unjust, an exercise of authority where you're being cruel and unjust. That's what you're doing towards animals.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You might
Thank you.
you might think it's different, but it's coming
Thank
from
you.
the same place. Can I give you a card?
Yes.
I'll give her a card. She seems more open-minded.
Thank
Can
you
you
so
watch the Minion or the most important speech you'll ever hear?
I
Just to
will.
learn about what animals go through. That's it. Just to
Yeah.
get educated.
Thank
okay?
you so much.
Thank you
I
so
think
much.
You chose a really hard topic.
I know
Thank
it's a hard
you.
topic, but you know what? I understand it's difficult for you to be in this position, but you have to think a little bit, because this will end, and you will have to ask yourself which side of history you want to be on. Will you want to be on the side of oppressors or not? And that's it. Just like we look back now on what we did to people, enslaving them, just like we look back how we did to women, not giving them rights, we will look back on this and say how barbaric of us to be so violent towards animals.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I feel good for you to be on the right side.
yeah.
Have a nice
You
day.
don't want to be that. You just want to be an oppressor.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Have a good one. Okay, everyone. I'm gonna end it because we're gonna start doing the We the Free thing. Fucking awful conversations today. That's okay. It's okay. We'll have better conversations next time. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. I want to give a shout out to Tone. Tone was the first one to comment the last time. Thank you for that. We have a little contest here on the channel where we give a shout out to the first person to comment. Tone was the first. Nice. Thank you, Dracolone. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I don't know what to tell you about these conversations. They were all huffy-dufty, weird conversations. I felt like she could have had the better conversations than him. I felt like he was a bit of a jackass, in my opinion, but yeah, that's just me calling people names, and I don't like doing that, so I won't do that next time. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Have an awesome day. I'll see you in the next one. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow